The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's gonna high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside East Central High School in Finlayson, Minnesota for tonight's boys basketball Section 5A East playoff matchup between the St. John's Prep Johnnies and your East Central Eagles. I, of course, am Ethan Game Day Gilman. Good evening to you all. Thanks so much for tuning in, and let everybody know we're getting started with the boys playoffs. We have boys playoffs starting here tonight. Our first broadcast of the boys playoffs season is this evening. I get the pleasure of being here at East Central High School in Finlayson, Minnesota for tonight's boys basketball matchup. I'm excited to be here, excited to watch more basketball for our local teams, and excited to see these East Central Eagles play. Of course, both these teams play out of Section 5A East. This is divided into two sections. It's a subsection. They've got the east and the west side of it. The east is home to a few of our local teams, Bram, Mille Lacs, Ogilvie, and, of course, East Central. Ogilvie, unfortunately, was eliminated by St. John's Prep in a little bit of a lopsided affair, 97-56. So that's how St. John's Prep got to here. But East Central has been a force to be reckoned with all season long, and I am excited to see what they are able to do here in the first round of the playoffs. We are set. The gymnasium is getting packed, ladies and gentlemen. Fans are piling in by the tens. I mean, it is getting rowdy in here. You've got the pep band down there. The cheerleaders are out. It is playoff atmosphere. It is March. It is March, and you know, I know the college has the March Madness, but we got to come up with something for our local basketball because it is just as crazy. The March craziness, you know, I don't know. We'll figure out something, but man, is this a fun time of the year or what for playoffs? Because, number one, we have girls basketball playoffs still happening. We get to go out tomorrow night and be at St. Cloud State University for 2 girls championship games. But we're here tonight for more basketball, and hopefully with our team's winning tonight, hopefully they win, and then we'll get to go out and call more games on Saturday. And if it were our teams here in Class 5A, they would play at Hinckley Finlayson High School, so not too far down the road. And from our other classes, well, we would get to go to St. John's University. So, again, I'm excited to be out here. I'm just excited to call some more games and be part of these teams' journey throughout the postseason. As before we take a look at both these squads coming into tonight and take a look at how they fared throughout the regular season, we're going to get a word from our fine sponsors. Of course, we can't do it without them, so thanks so much to all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast. So, again, we're out here at East Central High School for this playoff game in Section 5A East. Back after a word from our fine sponsors.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Whoa! Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving. Right now, grab a Meat Lover's burrito or new Ranchero beef and cheese burrito. I want one right now. Wash it down with everyone's favorite Celsius, buy one, get one free. And Holiday still has the $3, $4, $5 meal deals on some of your favorite items. Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store and save. Open 24/7, 365. The Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City.
Physical therapy. It's one of those services you don't think about until you need it. Pain happens. Count on the team at Physical Therapy Consultants to help. Physical Therapy Consultants, with locations in North Branch, Isanti, Zimmerman, St. Francis, Andover, and Ham Lake, accept all insurance plans, workers' comp, and auto. Their expertise can help you and your body repair. Find out how Physical Therapy Consultants can help you heal. Call 1-888-THERAPY today. 1-888-THERAPY for Physical Therapy Consultants.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Back here on Anthem Country 106.5 FM, AM 1350. WCMP and live audio only at WCMPradio.com. Nathan Game Day Gilman, I'm out here in Finlayson, Minnesota at East Central High School for this evening's boys basketball playoff matchup coming from Section 6, Single A East. As we get set for the Eagles to take on the St. John's Prep Johnnies in this one, and again, I'm excited to be out here, ladies and gentlemen. I always get psyched up for playoffs, no matter who's playing, and maybe I get a little too psyched up sometimes. Maybe I even psych myself out and get a little too anxious and maybe even a little too cranky at times when our teams aren't winning. But you know what? It's only because I'm passionate about our teams, and I only want to see our teams do the best that they can. But it's all in good fun, because I know that these teams are ready to play. They're ready to go, and as am I. But first, we've got to get their pregame warm-ups in. We can't jump the gun. Can't jump the gun. We gotta let them get their pregame warm-ups in. But take a look at these two teams coming up here tonight for St. John's Prep. Their season looked like this. They finished as the 7th seed in the section. They were 5-15 on the year, 5-8 in the section. So not a bad section season overall. They actually had more wins than Pack Charter and Mille Lacs in the section. Both were ranked above them in the seedings. Pack Charter was the 4th seed. Mille Lacs was the 6th seed. Now, Pack Charter did finish 14-12, and Mille Lacs 8-18. So it is a little bit different. But for St. John's Prep, not a bad year overall. 5-8 in the section, 5-15 overall. All 5 of their wins came in the section. They're scoring about 60 points per game and giving up 70. Not a crazy margin when you're looking at them only having 5 wins on the year. It's crazy to think, and we could go a step further and say it's only 4 wins on the year because that 5th win was their playoff opening win over Ogilvie. So only 4 wins on the season, which is crazy to think about. And believe it or not, they only played 19 games during the regular season. Looking at those 4 games that they won during the regular season, they beat Long Prairie Gray Eagle by about 8 points. They were able to also beat North Lakes Academy. That was a double-digit win, nearly a 30-point win. Actually, it was a 30-point win, a 31-point win. Then they were able to beat Long Prairie Gray Eagle again by 9, and Ogilvie during the regular season by 33. Then they played Ogilvie in the playoff, or the first game of the playoffs, and that was a 41. I'm bad at math, ladies and gentlemen, so give me a break. I'm trying to trying to remember if I'm doing it right. But some of their games this year that were close, that they could have won against some better teams. Swanville, they only lost to by 5. They only lost to Mille Lacs by, what is that, 9 points. Then taking a look at some of their other losses this year, they lost to Swanville again only by 8. They lost to Maple Lake only by 7. They lost to Osakis by 11. Now, you could say 11. That seems like a lot, but not really, because Osakis is one of the better teams in Section 6AA, and for them to be able to only lose by 11 in that one, that is crazy. And it was a low-scoring game as well, 59-48. So pretty good outing for St. John's Prep this year. Not a bad season in the grand scheme of things, but they didn't play too many top-tier teams. If we're looking at it, there were only 3 teams who had a QRF score over 100 on the season. Now, if you're wondering, what the heck is QRF and what are the points have to do with? Well, the points have to do with your strength of schedule, the teams that you play in higher classes, and a bunch of other mathematical equations that I'm not even going to attempt to get into, but that's kind of what that is. So the QRF, it takes all that into consideration and then gives you points based off that. Now, usually if you're in the hundreds, you're in the top 3 or 4 or 5 in your section, especially the bigger sections. So for them only to have played 3, it's not saying that they haven't played some tough competition. They certainly have, but I think it doesn't. I think it bodes better if you play that tougher competition. East Central, by the way, on the season, 19-7 overall, 5-1 in section play. That one loss came to Bram at Bram, but then they really outdid Bram when they were here. So Bram also had an interesting season. It was kind of weird, but taking a look at their season, their 7 losses came to Bram. Again, their first time out, it was a 9-point loss in Bram. They would avenge that later on. We'll talk about that in a moment. Then they lost to Howard Lake Waverly Winstead by 12. They went into a Christmas tournament at ESCO where they lost to ESCO. And then they didn't lose for a while until they lost to Moose Lake Willow River, a game in which I had talked with coaches afterward, and they just said that we should have won that one. It just, we came out flat. They lost to Cherry, the state champ, and trying to get back again to repeat the defending state champ in Cherry. They lost to them by 18. Now, again, you might say that's a pretty lopsided. The state champ and only losing by 18, I consider that a pretty good feeling. Then they went on a nice winning streak of, 8 games before losing again to Deer River by 20. And then their last loss was at the end of the season in the Great River Conference Championship to Mora. That one got away from there at the end, 84-58. But I know I was staying tuned to that one. We had our own Mac Nelson on the call in that game. And at halftime, it was close. It was, I think, a 5-point game. And then Mora went on, I think, a 25-5 run to begin the second half. So that was kind of the difference. But they get the number 2 seed here in the playoffs. And as I mentioned, they lost Bram earlier in the season by 9. The second time they played them, when they played them here, it was an 81-46 win. You talk about a turnaround for a team. That is incredible for the East Central Eagles. So taking a look at it, they'll be looking to come off nearly a month break. It felt like a month anyways. They have not played since February 21st. That was their last game they played. It's been a couple weeks, and why I laugh a little bit at that is because there's no other team really in the state of Minnesota that had that long off. All of our local teams were playing up until this past Friday, even some on Saturday. So for East Central to not have played since the 21st, yes, it gives them a break, gives them a chance to heal, gives them a chance to get film on this team that they'll play, and maybe even, I don't want to say peek ahead, because you never want to look past an opponent, but confidence-wise, maybe look ahead to the next team you're going to play. Now again, if a coach heard me say this, they would be beside themselves, because they know. The only thing they're watching, the only thing they're paying attention to, the only thing they're talking to their players about is St. John's Prep. They're not looking at, who could we play next? Who could we play next? By the way, the team they could play next is either Bram or Mille Lacs, so just give me an idea there. But they're not looking at that. They're looking strictly at St. John's Prep. So some extra work on St. John's Prep, and again, they'll be hoping to find themselves in a playoff game on Saturday against either Bram or Mille Lacs. Bram will be playing at home tonight. Adam Hefty on that call over on 100.9 FM. You can catch that at 7 p.m. And then over in Mora, we've got video for that one on KBEK. Mac Nelson's got the call in that one where Mora hosts Royalton. So we've got some good games coming up here tonight. Mine will be the first of the boys' playoffs that we're covering. East Central had a really good year. Again, 19-7 overall, 5-1 in their section. They scored 70 points per game, gave up 54 points per game. Now, their offense certainly could have been better. And you might be saying to yourself, 70 points per game, that's pretty darn good, Ethan. How could they have done better? Well, this offense wasn't as consistent this year as I think they would have liked to have been. Now, they did lose one of their big guys. Oh, and I'm going to forget his name. I forgot his name. I apologize. Not Ben Carlin. He played opposite him last year. I apologize. Had him right on the tip of my tongue as soon as I started talking about it, and I lost it. But yeah, they lost one of their other taller guys at 6'6" last year, who played inside a bunch. now that is all being put on Ben Carlin kind of, and he's having to take that role plus a kind of a leadership role as well. So it's a little bit different this year. Guys got to settle into roles, and there were some games this year that they should have won, could have won, but ultimately wound up losing. But now you wipe the slate clean. You come into the playoffs, it's a brand new season. Every coach will tell you that. Once you step foot after that final game of the season, it's a brand new season. You restart, everyone's 0-0, and now they get into this game trying to advance to Saturday at Hinckley Finlayson, where they will play again either both Mille Lacs or Bram, both teams they've seen this year. So a familiar opponent, but that doesn't make it any easier. In fact, it's harder. When you see teams even two times a year, it's so tough to beat them. Of course, they did split the season series with Bram. Mille Lacs they were able to beat, so it'll be interesting to see what East Central is able to do here tonight. They'll rely on their veteran leadership to get them by St. John's Prep. But again, St. John's Prep has had an interesting year themselves. It'll be a fun game here this evening. But East Central, again, trying to punch their ticket and make a run at the state tournament again this year and get back to that section championship where they were at last year. That's going to do it for the pregame. I'm going to be taking a break because we're going to get a word from our fine sponsors to allow the national anthem to be played. Then we'll come back. We'll talk some starting lineups, and then we'll get you a tip-off here on 106.5 FM AM 1350, Anthem Country, WCMP.
And here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch. The premier indoor batting cages in North Branch. Whether you're trying to make the team or take the team to the next level, Here's the Pitch has state-of-the-art pitching machines for both baseball and fast-pitch softball. $35 gets you cage time with your own pitcher. $40 gets you cage time using one of their top-tier pitching machines. Screens, plates, helmets, they've got the equipment, you provide the batter. Find Here's the Pitch on Facebook or visit here'sthepitchmn.com. here'sthepitchmn.com.
We're proud to support local athletes during the playoffs. Whether you're an athlete or a fan, Wellia Health is here to help keep you performing at your best. For all your sports medicine needs, visit us at Wellia Health online to learn more.
Free college is possible at Pine Technical and Community College. Students of all ages may be eligible for a tuition and fee-free pathway to education thanks to the new North Star Promise Scholarship. If you're a resident of Minnesota and have a family-adjusted gross income of $80,000 or less, apply online today for free and join us in high-demand programs such as nursing, gunsmithing, machining, automated systems, cybersecurity, early childhood education, liberal arts, and more. Whether you're starting out or starting over, learn more at pine.edu.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Back here on Anthem Country 106.5 FM AM 1350, your starting lineups tonight. We will begin with the Johnnies of St. John's Prep. It will be number 0, Michael DeMars. Number 1, Chris Liu. Number 5, Derek Yang. Number 10, Breck Richter. And number 13, Tom Wang. And they are, of course, head coached by Dan Schaefer. On the other side for the East Central Eagles, it will be number 2, Ramsey Kiernan. Then number 12, Braden Olson. Number 23, Levi Cosbab. Number 24, Xavier Letexier. And number 32, Ben Carlin. They are, of course, head coached by Darren Fote. The Eagles got their home blues on. The gray numbers outlined in white, the white letters outlined in gray, the white stripe down the side of the jersey and short, the one gray stripe in the front of the stripe. St. John's Prep wearing their white unis, the red stripe down the side of the jersey and short, the red letters outlined in that kind of bluish gray, and then the bluish gray numbers outlined in red. As we are set for Section 5A East boys basketball playoffs here on WCMP. East Central going left to right on your radio dial. The Johnnies right to left. Teams getting those on those sticky mats before coming out. And Carlin will tip off with DeMars, and this tip off is won by St. John's Prep. It's going to be Yang who gives to Lou. That was on the floor for a little while. Both teams were diving at it. Wound up getting in the hands of the Johnnies. Lou with it on that far side. Being patient offensively here are the Johnnies, giving the far side to Richter. Richter now to Yang. Yang going to drive inside and shuffled his feet a little bit. Didn't get it called. This three is going to be no good, and the rebound there for Cosbab. Swings it back into Braden Olson. And now they get up the court to Letexier. Inside to Carlin. Carlin, the short two is good. Ben Carlin starts it with an easy, well, he made it look easy. It wasn't an easy two, but an easy two over the defender. So it's 2-0. Lou with it for the Johnnies. Give now to Richter again. He'll give inside here to DeMars. DeMars going to drive inside. This one blocked from behind. And, well, it was almost stolen away by Braden Olson, but he'll get credit for the block anyways. Blocked by Braden Olson. Nearly stolen away. Couldn't hold on to it, though. And it stays with the Johnnies as it rolls out of bounds after he and DeMars fought for it. It'll be inbounded here by Lou. Lou will look and will inbound now to Wang. Wang lost it. Instead gets to Derek Yang. We'll use their first name so as not to confuse y'all. Now the give to Lou. Lou trying to give here on the near side to Derek Yang for three. Ooh, good looking three from Derek Yang. Well, unfortunately, he was left all alone, and more times than not, when you leave somebody alone like that, they're going to make you pay. On the near side, Braden Olson with it. Guarded well. One-on-one coverage. Now he'll go inside to Carlin, who lost it out of bounds, but it was last touch out of bounds by St. John's Prep because they knocked it out of his hands. And Lou was going after it, but he had his foot on the boundary line every single time he went after it, so he just wound up having to let it go. Inbound will go to Carlin. Carlin looking for that turnaround jumper. Almost lost the ball again. The spin-around jumper this time is no good. Rebounded by Cosbab. Outside to Braden Olson. It's going to be almost stolen away there by Yang, but as he got the ball, he fell on the sideline, which is out of bounds. He was frustrated about it, but that's the right call. Olson will inbound now to Kiernan. He's open. Thought about three. Gives near side to Olson. Now Carlin will hook shot for two. It's going to be no good, and it will roll out of bounds off the rim. 3-2, our score, 16-12 to go. Johnnies in the lead. Inbound now to Richter. Richter will take it forward. Going right to left. Richter trying to get around Braden Olson. Nothing doing there, so he'll give it out. Now it's going to be stolen away by Cosbab. Cosbab trying to go and take it the distance and missed the shot, and apparently rebounded by Lou. A lot of people just weren't sure that he wasn't maybe not reestablished in bounds enough to get that rebound. I don't know. That was close. As now on the far side, the give here to Richter for three. That's good. 6-2, St. John's out to the early lead. If you're East Central, you can't panic here. You can't sit here and go, oh my gosh, we're down by 4. What's going on? We shouldn't be losing to these guys. You can't be doing that. As we see a shot missed there by Kiernan, and Carlin will get the rebound. It's given up to Braden Olson on the far side. Somehow stolen away by Wang, and no foul called. Maybe could have been. Is it going to be a steal for St. John's Prep? They've got a chance to extend this lead to 8 or even 7 or 8, I should say. Getting my English down. Richter trying to drive inside, give underneath. Oh, it found its way to Tom Wang. This ball is going to go out of bounds, and it will go back to East Central. So the Eagles catch a break there. Good defense to get back. 15:04 to go. They trail by 4. Inbound to Letexier. Back to Olson. Olsen on the far side. Now give to Carlin. Carlin at the top of the key. He'll give to Letexier. Letexier, a three is going to come up well short, but Carlin is there for the rebound. He'll give back outside to Letexier. The left-handed three is no good again. It's Richter this time with the rebound for the Johnnies. He'll take it up the court on the far side, slowing things down after he passes the timeline, waiting, giving it to Lou now. Lou at the East Central logo. Trying to find a lane inside. There's just nothing doing. Now giving near side to Wang. Tom Wang for three. It's luckily in and out. Ben Carlin uses those go-go gadget arms to get that ball. I mean, he's just got some long arms. It's unfair. Carlin will step inside the three-point line, put up a two. It's no good. Rebound push back out to Braden Olsen. Olsen on the near side to Letexier. Trying to spin his way inside. Picks it up. Gives outside to Carlin. Nothing doing. He wanted three. Now give top of the key to Cosbab for three. That's going to be no good. Rebounded here by Derek Yang. Great opportunities for the Eagles, but all missed. And now, going to get a foul here on the Eagles. And that should be on St. John's Prep, I believe. No, it is. It is, okay. Michael DeMars is going to get the foul. Yeah, it should have been on him because he was the one who pushed the defender out of the way to try and prevent the steal. And they initially called it on the Eagles, but they corrected it and put it on the Johnnies. So here come the Eagles back the other way with it. Olsen will give now to number 33. Give me a moment. I'll get his name, don't worry. Braden Olsen with it. Oh, he was bombed off his mark. Could have been a foul call. Meanwhile, now back to Thomas Cam. Now inside to Carlin. Carlin puts up a hook shot. That's good. They get back on the board. And it's now 6-4. Eagles trail still by 2. Johnny's come back the other way with it. Now trying to drive inside. Kick outside here for Richter. That's going to be off the mark. And this one's saved, but going to be a rebound here for Thomas Cam of the Eagles. Up the court quickly. Driving inside. Kick outside. Braden Olsen at the top of the key for 3. That's going to be no good. Too strong on that one. And the rebound here for Derek Yang. Reese Youngberg wearing number 0 tonight for the Eagles. It's going to be a charge on Michael DeMars. Be his second. At least I thought so anyways. Yes, it is. So it will be Eagle ball. They come back the other way. Now on this near side, Youngberg with it. Wanted to go inside to Carlin. He does get it. Bothered by 2 defenders. Had it knocked out. And now he steps on the baseline with his heel. And the ball will go back to the Johnnies. Also in now for the Eagles, Graydon Swenson. Now taking it, trying to drive to the basket is Lou. Instead gives outside here to Richter. A lob shot is up and no good, and Carlin will easily pull in that rebound. Sometimes it's just no fair for the other team when you've got Carlin or a guy like Carlin out there. Meanwhile, he has it on the near side. Now give to Olsen. Olsen backing up to the East Central logo, looking for a screen. Drives on the far side now. Shot is up, no good. Another foul call that was missed. Rebounded there by Wang. Connor May is into the game. Wearing number 21 for the Johnnies, and now we get a foul or a travel call. These fans have been waiting for that one. But they're letting them play out there. They're letting them be a little bit physical. And anyway, Central has it back offensively. Take it on the near side. That's Olsen driving inside, lost it. Somehow kicks it back out here to Swenson. He'll take a 3. It's good! Braden Swenson for 3 to make it 7-6. Well, the Eagles needed that one. They retake the lead, 11:40 to go. And Lou lost it. Stolen away by Reese Youngberg. Taking it to the basket himself, Braden Olsen. He misses, but he was fouled, and he hits the floor hard. The third team foul here on St. John's Prep. The first on Tom Wang. So Braden Olson out the line to shoot 2. First one's good. Need a substitution for the Johnnies. Richter will check in for Derek Yang. And Olsen gets a friendly roll, but it winds up falling off the back iron. 1 of 2 there, and it was knocked out of bounds by the Johnnies, they'll say, so it will stay with the Eagles. Olsen will look to inbound now. He finds a wide open Thomas Cam who overshoots it, gets his own rebound, and fouled there as he went up for that one. And now he will go to the line and shoot 2. This one is going to go on Chris Liu, his first, team's 4th. Cam gets the friendly roll off the front of the rim, drops in the first one. This one's good as well. 2 of 2 there for Thomas Cam. Make it 10-6. East Central with the lead. 11.5 to go. Reese Youngberg guarding Richter. Richter trying to get around him. Nothing doing. And wanted to give to Lou, but he's guarded well. And now this one going to be tipped. Oh. They're going to call it an over and back. I don't know about that. I think that ball, 1 was tipped. 2, he was pushed. So a foul maybe. A foul maybe not called there on the Eagles. That probably should have been, because Lou was definitely pushed. In for the Johnnies is Baron Manka, wearing number 22. Offensively with it now is Swenson. Swenson gives to Olsen. Olsen looking to go inside instead to the top of the key, trying to get a screen from Carlin, nothing doing. Gives to Swenson near side. Swenson will look to drive inside, kicks out far outside, but too far for Thomas Cam, and it will go back to the Johnnies. Right now, the Eagles, they're I think that what they're doing is they're setting things up well. They're playing their offense the way they want to, but they're just they're not executing the way they should be at this moment. As Lou will bring it up, he'll give it now to Tom Wang. Driving the baseline is May, and May with the reverse layup is good for 2. 10-8. But the Eagles will waste no time getting up the court to Letexier. Ben Carlin going to try and split 2 defenders. This is off of Carlin and out of bounds. Fans pretty upset there, but wow, we need to relax a little bit. Inbound now goes to Manka. He somehow gets it away to Lou. Lou, being bumped there. They're letting him be physical. And just as I say that, we're going to get a foul here on Xavier Letexier. It'll be his first and team's first as well. 4 on the other side for St. John's Prep. Inbound now will go back to Lou. He'll start in the backcourt. Bring it forward, guarded by Swenson. Bounce pass now to Connor May. May will go underneath, trying to get it to Manka. Manka lost it, but he wound up corralling it just before it goes out of bounds. Trying to get it to Lou. And they got Reese Youngberg, who slipped on the floor there, wound up getting in between the legs of Lou. And because Lou fell over him, they're going to get him for a foul. Yep. So Reese Youngberg inadvertently causes a foul after he slips on the court. Certainly didn't mean to, but just because he slipped and Lou fell over him. That's one of those where it's like, man, you don't like to see it called just because it's frustrating, but it is the right call. Lou will give now on the near side to Manka. It is stolen away by Reese Youngberg, so he's going to make up for that last foul. Now on the near side, Letexier for 3. It hangs on the front of the rim. It's no good. Knocked out of bounds by East Central, and it will go back to St. John's Prep. Again, I think the Eagles are getting things kind of done the way they want to. They're just not executing as well as they should be right now. It's the execution that is not going to plan. Again, their shooting has been off so far here in this first half, and certainly Darren Focht will be expecting better as the game goes along. This ball is going to be up the court to Lou. Lou on that far sideline being guarded by Swenson. Swenson bothering real well, and it's knocked out of bounds by Swenson, and the Johnnies will get it back. Michael DeMars will, again, inbound to Lou. Lou will start in the back court. That is Chris Lou, I should mention. Now Chris Lou gives to DeMars. DeMars on the near side, back to Lou. Lou trying to drive underneath the basket. Kick nearly stolen away by Letexier. A high arcing three is no good, and it's rebounded by Letexier himself. A lot of Letexier on that play. Quickly up the court they go. Trying to get it inside to Graydon Swenson. He'll step back two. Shot no good. This will be lost out of bounds. Right back to Letexier. Thrown in by May. Driving inside. The shot off the front of the rim by Cam, and it will be rebounded by Breck Richter. Lou will slow things down for the Johnnies as he works his way up the court. At that East Central logo, give on the far side, Derek Yang. Yang looking top of the key to Richter. Richter will wait a moment. Now trying to drive inside on Letexier. Nothing doing there. Stolen away by Graydon Swenson. Great job by Swenson cutting across and just getting that steal. Shot is up. Oh, my goodness. That's a flop. That's an absolute flop. Grayson Swenson with a beautiful spin move inside, and Lou fell backwards. I mean, he wasn't even barely touched. He wasn't even, I don't know if he even was touched on that. I respectfully disagree with that call there. That's a tough one. He wasn't even set, really. So, either way, Derek Yang will have it. Now he gives it up to Richter on the near side. Again, trying to drive, nothing doing. Kicks now to Yang. Derek Yang gives on the far side there to Tom. Tom Wang kicks now to May. This pass going to be over the head of Derek Yang. It'll go back to the Eagles. Under 8.5 to go, and man, oh man, things have just been kind of at a stalemate here. It was good action early on, back and forth, but man, just nothing doing as of late. And, Eagles are okay playing a low-scoring defensive game. It's not nothing they're worried about, but the way they're playing is just not ideal. A three here is off the mark from Cosbab, and then it's rebounded on that far side by Tom Wang. Of course, now Chris Lou will start with, he's their ball handler, trying to get a screen. Letexier, Ben Carlin. Oh, what a hesitation move there by Chris Lou to get that ball laid up and in over Ben Carlin for two. And then Carlin says, okay, you can get one on me, but come try it and guard me. And he puts up a three. So what a move by Lou, though. He went up, and as he was going up, he held that ball low to get Carlin to swat down, and right after he swatted down, he got that ball in. Another three here from the Johnnies is knocked out of bounds. Nearly taken by the Eagles, but it was knocked out there. With the rebound was Cameron Oderer. Couldn't quite hold on to that one. So it will stay or go back to the Eagles. Another three here. Braden Olson for three. Right at the top of the key, and a beautiful looking shot there for Braden Olson. Timeout called here by the Johnnies. It will be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. First timeout call by either side here in this one. 16-10, the Eagles with the lead, but again, as of these last couple shots, right before that, though, really the Eagles, certainly I don't think are upset just because they have the lead in the game, but at the same time, they certainly know that they can play better. They certainly know that they have to play better. And sometimes in the first playoff game, you're trying to go out and really give it to a team and really stomp on them, and sometimes that leads to maybe overplaying, underplaying, not remembering the fundamentals of the game. And now we see this inbound stolen away by Cosbab. Braden Olson again. Braden Olson on the far side. Give to Cosbab in the corner. Now to Carlin. Back to Cosbab for three. That's going to be off the mark. Carlin can't bring in the rebound. Bounce out of his hands. Derek Yang will get it for the Johnnies. He'll bring it up the court quickly. Give now to Lou. Surprised he didn't take that one there. He had a little bit of a lane to drive. He'll give to May. May trying to get it up over Carlin. It is blocked by Carlin and taken away by the Eagles. They'll try and go inside to Carlin. Carlin back outside near side to Oderer for three. That's good. 19-10. Back-to-back threes here for the Eagles have got them out now to a 9-point lead. What was once only a 2-point lead, it was a 4, then back to a 2, then back to a 4, and now it's out to a 9. As the Johnnies have it on the far side, Richter for 3. Oh. We might be in for a little bit of a 3-point contest here. Under 6.5 to go. It's Braden Olson taking it up, gives it on the far side, trying to go inside Carlin. That's going to be knocked out of bounds by St. John's Prep. And we'll stay with the Eagles. A little bit of a questionable pass inside to Carlin. Obviously, Carlin inside is going to draw all the attention, and I mean all the attention. But sooner than later, things will break down defensively for the other team, and everyone else outside will be able to open up. Carlin, meanwhile, gets the inbound, misses his 2, and Lou gets the rebound. Tosses it over to Derek Yang, and now he takes it himself. Lou up the court, almost had it stolen away by Cosbab, but Cosbab, that poke out was a little too strong, and it wound up going out of bounds. Lou maybe got hit in the face a little bit there, but he's a tough player. Inbound here to Derek Yang. Bring it forward into the offensive zone. Now give to Lou. Lou try to spin move on Cosbab. Kick outside to Derek Yang. Yang will take the floater. It's no good. Carlin up over everybody. He does that a lot. Just saying. 6'7", you're bound to do that. But meanwhile, here is Olsen with it. Give to Carlin. Now to Letexier inside. The lob shot. The left-hander is good for 2. Lays it up and in there to make it 21-13. Lou back the other way for the Johnnies. Lou on that far side elbow, then takes the drive on Cosbab, lost it. It will go out of bounds off of Lou, and it goes back to the Eagles. Good stop and start there by Lou, but just lost his dribble a little bit. They're going to get a full timeout here by St. John's Prep, so while they take a timeout, we will as well. You're listening to Boys Basketball here on WCMP.
The Mushroom Melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden french fries and a medium soft drink. It's the Mushroom Melt and Fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W Root Beer Freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Back here on Anthem Country 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com. 5:12 to go here in the first half. Eagles lead 21-13. I kind of thought this one had a chance of being more of a offensive game. Early on, it's defense. It's all defense right now. As we see the Eagles back with it offensively. Letexier, 3 from the far side is no good. Carlin with the rebound and put back for 2. Again, he does that a lot. He goes up over everybody a lot. He's only the tallest player out there in most games. Meanwhile, here come the Johnnies back with it. DeMars now has it. He gives back to Derek Yang. Yang at the top of the key to Tom Wang. Tom will give near side corner to Richter. Richter trying to drive baseline. Puts it up. Got Carlin to miss that one, but it's rebounded on the miss by Letexier. Nolson up past the timeline, directing traffic now. Looks for a screen from Carlin, gets it, gives on the near side to Cosbab, back top of the key. They had him open for a moment, but great awareness by the defense there to get that one back. Carlin got the loose ball, gives it outside for three, no good by Oderer. That one's going to be rebounded by Cosbab anyways. Now he'll give to Olsen. Olsen will drift to the far side again, directing traffic, looking for a screen. He's going to take it inside. Shot is up and in for two. What a great job there by Braden Olsen, being aggressive on the drive, taking it to the basket, and even dealing with some contact. Chris Liu will bring it up the court, give on the far side for Tom Wang for three. That's going to be missed. And the rebound fought for and won by DeMars. So St. John's Prep will get another chance at it. DeMars, the step back two, no good, rebounded by Carlin. Olsen will take it up on the far side once again, trying to set something up for himself. Last time it worked out. He'll give it to Letexier. Letexier, the left-footed floater from the free throw line is good. 27-13, and there's the offense we were hoping to see from East Central. All of a sudden, getting a little bit of a jump start there. Lou with the jump inside, looked to toss it out wide here to Richter, but then it's knocked out of bounds by Braden Olsen. Ramsey Kiernan will check in, as will another new young man into the game. That is Cody Robinson. So Lou will inbound from this near sideline. He'll look and go inbound to Richter. Richter will hand to Lou. Lou trying to get around Olsen, but now gives to Tom Wang. Ooh, they're going to need a foul here on the Eagles. I think you're going to get Braden Olsen with his first, team's fourth. And now both teams have four. DeMars will inbound to, I believe it, Tom Wang, who starts in the backcourt and then gives to Lou. Now on the far side, Tom Wang will put it up over Letexier. Ooh, it's a good-looking three. 27-16. Good-looking three to end that Eagle run, but then Braden Olsen comes back the other way with a floater for two. 29-16. Give inside now to DeMars. DeMars in a little bit of trouble. Gets around Letexier, though. The reverse layup drops in. This St. John's Prep team, man, they may not have had the season they would have hoped for, but wow, are they giving the Eagles a fight. Letexier inside, battling. That shot is up, no good. But Carlin will get a rebound. Physical inside. Carlin looking, trying to go inside now to Cody Robinson. This back, trying to give it to, I think, Carlin, but right into the hands of Richter for the steal. And he'll go the full distance, but draws the charge. And nice job there by Braden Olsen on drawing the charge. And this ball will go back to East Central. It's Breck Richter with the foul, team's fifth. 29-18. New young man in here for the Johnnies is number 15. That's Ben Dean. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Meanwhile, Olsen up the court to Carlin at the top of the key. Give to Letexier. Letexier. Give outside to Olsen now on the far side to Kiernan. Kiernan three from the near side. Elbow off the mark and rebounded by Letexier. Letexier has this one blocked out of bounds by Lou. Lou has been all over the place tonight. 1:46 to go here, first half, 29-18. Eagles with the lead. Inbound will go to Carlin at the top of the key. Carlin on the far side to Letexier. That's a long three, but he makes it anyways. Ooh! Does he make those look easy or what? Wow. I mean, that was college range for sure, but that was only about a few feet from NBA range, and now coming back over the defender, Tom Wang with three of his own. Man, I tell you what, this St. John's Prep team has really impressed me with their three ability. I'll get more into it at halftime. Either way, Ramsey Kiernan with it now, inside pass to Letexier at the top of the key, give to Olsen on the near side. Cody Robinson inside gets the pass, and then he's fouled. Getting hit on the head, and foul going to go on St. John's Prep. Be their 16th foul, the second here on Tom Wang. Had a buzzer. Somebody's supposed to come out for the Johnnies. So the Eagles will inbound. Olsen will give to Carlin. Carlin on the near side. Letexier again for 3. That one's off the mark. But Kiernan on the far side. He's up over everybody. He's got some hops. Kiernan has got some hops. I mean, he is so valuable. Other than Carlin, he might be their second best option at a rebound. And Xavier Letexier inside, getting bumped around. He drops it in for 2, plus the and 1. 34-21. This foul going to be the 3rd on Tom Wang. His team's 7th, and possible 3-point play here for the Eagles and Letexier. So Letexier at the free throw line. This one's up and rattles out. Oh, Cody Robinson almost got the rebound, but it was knocked out of his hands. So it will stay with the Eagles because it was last touch out of bounds by the Johnnies. We had another new young man in for the Johnnies who hasn't seen the floor tonight, Will Vicks. That is with a V. Inbound for Swenson to Letexier. Oh, far side 3 is no good. It rattled out. Rebounded by Liu. Liu will try and go fast break on the far side, looking to give it out to Yang. Yang couldn't quite corral it. That pass was, an inch and a half behind him, and he just couldn't corral it. I mean, he was so close. It was, a good-looking pass from Liu, but just unable to get that one. That would have been, we would have had to, get replay by ESPN. Now a steal here by Yang. And then a foul on East Central. It'll be their 5th and the 2nd on Graydon Swenson. So Johnnies will inbound. 28 seconds to go, 34-21. Eagles would like to score last here before the end of the half, but we'll see what they're able to do. Liu is looking to inbound. There is nothing doing. That's 5 right now. Ooh. They do get it inbounded to May. Now Liu had a chance at 3, pulls it down, instead gives to Din, I apologize, I'm not sure. Liu with it, and he's going to try and take the last shot for St. John's Prep. Eagles look like they're okay with allowing that. Liu trying to drive, stop again, throws it towards the basket, no good. Letexier with 3 seconds left. 2-1. Letexier off the backboard, but no good, and that will bring us to half. Well, it was a little bit of a slow start here for these two teams, but man, when they got going, they really got going here in this one. But the Eagles have the lead at halftime on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. 34-21 at the half. So tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a commercial break to hear a word from our fine sponsors. Then when we come back, we'll recap that first half of action, give you some stats for each team as well. But again, at first, a word from our fine sponsors here on Anthem Country 106.5 FM, AM 1350 WCMP.
It's a celebration at Chris's Food Center in Sandstone. Chris's is celebrating their 51st anniversary, March 10th through the 16th. Come in for demos, tastings, and the Sandstone Lions will be collecting donations for the local food shelves. Plus, register for prizes, win a brand new grill, Chris's gift certificates, Minnesota Twins tickets, and more. The anniversary celebration, March 10th through the 16th at Chris's Food Center in Sandstone, celebrating 51 years of eating better, buying more, and spending less.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local Auto Owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
You gotta stop somewhere, so make a stop into the Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving. Right now, grab CK Oil, save $2 when you buy 2, or CK Diesel DEF treatment for only $23.99. While you're at Holiday, they still have the $3, $4, $5 meal deals on some of your favorite items, and Refresh Team Spirit with Mountain Dew are 3 for $6, or Celsius, buy one get one free. Whoa! Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Aurelius Manufacturing has been providing innovative solutions to customers since 1926. Specializing in the production of custom welded hydraulic cylinders for over 40 years, our focus is on providing value to customers through innovative problem solving, quality workmanship, and customer service. Our team works with your team to develop designs that provide the most value for your application. We leverage technology and craftsmanship, turning designs into finished products quickly and accurately.
And we're back here on Anthem Country 106.5 FM AM 1350 for this Section 5A East Boys playoff basketball game between your East Central Eagles and the St. John's Prep Johnnies. Eagles lead 34-21 at the half. Taking a look at some of the stats from the first half, starting with the Johnnies. For them, leading the way was both Breck Richter and Tom Wang, each with 6. Then 2 for Connor May, Chris Liu, and Michael DeMars, and 3 for Derek Yang as well. They only had 3 steals. They had the 1 block from Chris Liu. They did not get to the free throw line, but they did have 7 team fouls. On the other side for the Eagles, Braden Olson, it was both Xavier Letexier and Ben Carlin who led the team with 9. Then Braden Olson had 8, 3 for Graydon Swenson and Cam Oderer, and then 2 for Thomas Cam. Rebounds leading the team was Ben Carlin with 8. That's really no surprise. They had 5 team steals, 2 blocks, 1 each from Olson and Carlin. They were 3 of 5 from the free throw line and had 5 team fouls. So, again, a little bit of a slow start for the Eagles there in that first half. I think it was more or less about kind of settling in, getting their shot down, and just playing their style of basketball. Because I think what happened there in the first half is just kind of the playoff atmosphere. Everything playoff was just. I think it was. I don't want to say too much, but. I think they came into this one just thinking, we're going to run all over them. It's a playoff game. We need to come out and impress the fans, and which you should. You should have that pride. You should have that want to do that. But I think it kind of maybe overstepped itself and became a little bit of a problem. I think they were just in their heads too much because, again, they were getting the plays that they wanted, and they were getting the shots, the open looks that they wanted. They just weren't executing the way that they needed to be there in that first half. So, again, they got the looks, they got the plays they wanted, but the execution just was not there as well as they would have liked to have seen it in the first half. Other than that, it wasn't too bad. They didn't have too many turnovers. Rebounds were actually pretty even. Defensively, they're getting more, but it was a pretty good first half. Again, despite that slow start, it was what? Was it 10-8 closing in at the halfway mark? I mean, it was late, and then finally the Eagles, after a second timeout called by the Johnnies, they finally got their offense rolling. They finally got things moving. Everything then started to kind of go on a roll for them. They hit a few threes. In that first half, they hit 5 of them. 5 of them. But again, every time it seemed like East Central was going to really pull away and kind of put the game out of reach, St. John's Prep would come back and hit a big 3 of their own. They hit for themselves 5 of them as well in that first half. So I was really, and again, I said I was really impressed with the threes that St. John's Prep was able to hit. And I said really impressed because the way they were hitting them, they weren't just hitting them from open. They were shooting them over the defenders. And the way they were just so calm, cool, and collected about it, the way they didn't panic when a defender was in their face or a hand was in their face, they shot up and over the defender so calm and collectively. And they didn't panic. They never panicked. They just shot their ball really well from deep. And I was really impressed with that here in the first half. A lot of teams with a hand in their face, or when they've got people putting pressure on them, a lot of times that doesn't bode well for them, but they did a good job in that first half, hitting those threes with guys in their face, the hands in their face. I mean, they did such a good job there in that first half. I was really impressed with how well they did shooting that three ball. Again, just so cool, calm, and collected. They're so confident when they shoot the three that they already know what's going in before they even shoot it. That's how confident they are when they're shooting the threes. I mean, and that's how you want to be as a team. You want to be that confident when you're shooting. But St. John's Prep really embodied that there in the first half, especially from outside the perimeter. They really showed how confident they were. And, again, that kind of played into their favor because they were hitting most of those. Again, they didn't take a bunch. And believe it or not, they didn't get a bunch of opportunities there in the first half. But the opportunities that they had, they made the most of, and they did a really good job of that here. For East Central, again, a little bit of a slow start, but again, when they got things rolling, it all started to roll. I mean, it was just the way that it got up to such a slow start. And when it gets off to a slow start like that, a team can really get inside their own heads. They can kind of go, man, nothing's working. We're not getting anything falling. The game plan is just this, that. You can really start to second guess a lot, if not everything, when things are going, I don't want to say that poorly either, because it wasn't that like they were playing that bad. It's just they weren't getting anything to fall. Again, the execution wasn't where they wanted it to be. And Darren Vogt wasn't, in the huddle screaming at him, we need to do this, we need to do that, come on, guys. Very positive, just saying, hey, we're still playing well. And if I'm Coach Vogt, I'm telling him, guys, this is nuts. We're not executing the way we should be while we're still playing better. We're still the better team right now. How scary is it going to be if we can start executing everything the way we want to? I mean, I think that's what you say to them, because, again, you have the confidence in them, because I think they've shown at times how they are the better team. But at the same time, when they weren't playing as well as they should have, you're kind of saying to yourselves, hey, guys, think about how scary good we can be when we're executing at 100%. I mean, they have got a chance here in this second half to really kind of pull this game in their favor, to really kind of, I don't want to say blow St. John's Prep out of the water, but they've got a chance to kind of really put this game out of reach in a hurry because of how well they started to play there at the end of that first half. But we're going to have to wait to see if that translates back into the second half and if East Central can pull away here as we will go to the second half of action. But first, we'll get a word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to Boys Basketball Playoffs on WCMP.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
And, of course, we can't do it without our fine sponsors. We want to give a huge shout-out to all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and all the playoff games that we do and all the regular season games that we do. So we appreciate all of them. We also want to thank you who tune in to every game. We appreciate all the fans who tune in. Again, if you're not tuning in, well, I get told I don't have to come out here or get to come out here because, well, people aren't tuning in. And if you're not tuning in, I don't have a job. So I appreciate you tuning in because, in other words, you provide me with a job. So I appreciate that. And if you're watching this or listening to this on our YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube. Hit that red subscribe button. That way you will be notified every single time we go live with a local sporting event here on this channel. Eagles will start with the ball in the second half. A inbound to Letexier. His shot is no good from three. Rebounded there by Ben Carlin. And then it was stolen away by Lou. And now we're going to get, I think, an early foul here on East Central. Yeah, we are. So an unfortunate happening there. It's going to go on Kiernan, Ramsey Kiernan, his first, team's first in the second half. Eagles go right to left on your radio dial. Johnny's left to right. So Johnny's have it up the court. It's Lou with it. Lou directing traffic. Now wanted to give it to Yang and said he'll take it himself, give it to Tom Yang. It was Derek Yang you wanted to give it to. Derek Yang now has it at the top of the key, looking to Tom Yang. Gives on the near side here for Richter. Richter now to Tom Wang. Tom Wang trying to drive inside. Guarded well by Cosbab, and then this shot is no good. Rebounded by Kiernan. Up the court goes Braden Olson on the far side. Looking at Kiernan, now goes into the farther side of the corner. Gives off to Cosbab, now to Letexier. Letexier to Kiernan. Kiernan on that far side elbow to, Braden Olson at the top of the key. He lost it driving inside. Kiernan gets it back, and Letexier hits it from 3. Good dish by Kiernan there to hit Letexier, who was open from 3. That's not an easy one to do, especially with arms all around you. Driving inside, Lou gives on the near side. Derek Yang, no good on 3. It's Letexier with the rebound. Letexier brings it forward, drifts to the far side. Now give on the near side elbow here to Olson, to Carlin. Carlin finds a lane, picks it up from the free throw line. A little too strong on that one. Ramsey Kiernan over everybody with the rebound. Over to Carlin on the far side. Olson for 3. Too strong, and the rebound there by Derek Yang. Yang up the court. And that's going to be another charge there on the Johnnies. Great job by Braden Olson setting up there inside the arc and just waiting for the offensive player to get there and taking the charge. That's going to be on Derek Yang, his first, team's first. But what a great job by Braden Olson. That's not easy to do, knowing you're going to get slammed to the floor. We got a little perspiration on the floor that they got to clean up. So we'll get that clean. Don't want anybody slipping out there and hurting their ankles. And we got it cleaned up, so we'll get back to action. It'll be Kiernan who inbounds it on the baseline, or from the baseline. I guess on the baseline. That's where he's standing. Inbounds to Braden Olson. He brings it forward. Gives on the near side to Carlin. That got nearly tipped, and now trying to go back to Cosbab was Carlin, but Cosbab was not ready for that pass from Carlin, and it will be a turnover, and the Johnnies will get it back 37-21. Eagles with the lead. It's Lou on the near side. Fake the give to Tom Yang, to Derek Yang, now to Richter. Richter wanted to give on the far side to DeMars, but instead gives to Derek Yang, to Lou. Lou lost it. Braden Olson had possession of it as they went. They both tied it up, but they're going to say Olson had more possession of it when he went out of bounds, so it was going to stay with the Johnnies. Inbound here to Derek Yang, now to Richter. Richter trying to drive inside, picks up his dribble, gives to Derek Yang on the near side corner, now to Tom Yang. Tom over to Richter. Richter thought about the extra long 3 and said he's going to drive inside. Up, oh my goodness. Up over Carlin, and Richter drops it in for 2. That's not easy to do. To get a floater like that up over Carlin, but got it there. Olson now in the front court gives to Letexier. Letexier from the free throw line, just outside of it, drops it in for 2. Man, he's got, that's such a pretty ball when he shoots it. Got that nice backspin to it. Derek Yang, no, instead it's going to be DeMars who keeps it. Gives now on the near side to Tom Yang. This shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Cosbab. Cosbab pulls it down. Gives to Olson. Cosbab nearly stolen from behind. He somehow tips it in the corner to Kiernan, and now Letexier to the basket. Missed shot, but Carlin is there for the rebound and put back for 2. 41-23. Here's Lou with it on that far side. Trying to get around the defenders. Now give to Richter. Nearly had it stolen away. I think they're going to get a foul here on Kiernan. Kiernan will pick up his second, team's second of the second half. Lou will get the inbound at the top of the key. Trying to get around Letexier. Spin move, lost it. Kiernan trying to get it. It's going to be Letexier who winds up with it. Letexier forward to Cosbab, and Cosbab drops it in for 2 on the fast break. And that will draw a timeout from St. John's Prep. A fantastic start to the second half for East Central. It seems like more, but it is only a 9-2 run. It definitely feels like more, but still a good run. Timeout there by the Johnnies is their third. They'll be left with 2. It's 43-23 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Don't forget, coming up here shortly over on 100.9 FM, Bram hosts Mille Lacs in their Section 5A boys playoffs, and then over on 95.5 FM. Mora hosts Royalton in their Section 6 AA boys basketball playoffs. Tune into those. Adam Hefty's got the Bram game. Mac Nelson's got the Mora game. Don't forget, tomorrow night we'll be out at St. Cloud State University for the Bram and Malacca girls section championship games. We'll be out there for those. As back out of the timeout, Eagles and Johnny's onto the floor. It is going to be Johnny's who will inbound because, well, it's their ball. It's their possession. Inbound here, tipped and stolen away by Kiernan. It was tipped by Letexier, stolen away by Kiernan on the near side to Carlin now. Carlin trying to go inside to Letexier, and Letexier forces that one in for 2. 45-23. DeMars gives back to Lou, quickly up the court. They get it just in time. Now Tom Yang has it blocked by Carlin, thrown off of the defender. It will stay with St. John's Prep. Carlin with a block, his second of the game. But again, as it went out of bounds, it was off of a East Central defender. And we'll get Reese Youngberg as well as Thomas Cam into the game for the Eagles. Top of the key three is off the mark for St. John's Prep. Rebounded here by Carlin. Quickly up the court they go to Braden Olson, trying to get it underneath to Reese Youngberg. Somehow pulls it down. Now Letexier on that far side. Oh my goodness. For 3 with a defender in his face, and again making it look easy. Quickly up the court though come the Johnnies. It's Richter with it. Richter giving it back now to Tom Yang, to Lou. Lou on this near side. Oh, we're going to get a whistle here on East Central. As this one was on Youngberg, his second. Team's third. So St. John's Prep will get set to inbound. On the near side, trying to get it to Richter. It's going to be knocked out of bounds, they say last touch by the Eagles. So it stays with the Johnnies. Lou looking to inbound, directing traffic. He wants to go in the near side corner to Derek Yang. Back to Lou. Lou looking from the free throw line. This ball is inside, tipped by Cam, stolen away by Letexier. On the far side, give to Thomas Cam. Shuffled the feet, lost the ball. They're going to say before that happened, they're going to get a foul called here on St. John's Prep. Their team's second, and the second on Derek Yang. Inbound quick to Reese Youngberg on that far side corner. That's no good from 3. Derek Yang pulls in the rebound. Up the court, Derek Yang with it on the near side. Looking for a screen. Instead, he'll give it to DeMars. DeMars in that far side corner to Richter. Richter gets around one, has to spin back around as Olsen got there defensively. Now to Lou in that far side corner, kicks outside, but it's going to be stolen away by Carlin, who got his hand in there. Carlin up the court. Stops, had it poked out. Braden Olsen will pick it up, though. Now on the near side, Youngberg. Youngberg going to drive inside, wanted to pull up, but instead to Carlin, now to Olsen. Olsen looking. Possibly had a Letexier pass. He does. He leads him out and gets it to him. Now Letexier. That one's off the mark, and that will go back to St. John's Prep. Trying to do a little too much that time was Letexier. (48-23) Eagles with the lead here. 12:35 to go in the game. Derek Yang. Being patient with it, gives now to Richter. And Richter, he wanted to go inside to DeMars, but too much traffic in there for him to do anything. And now he'll pull it down and give back to Derek Yang, who gives to Lou. Lou on this near side, trying to drive, had it poked out by Reese Youngberg, and they're going to get him for a foul. That's a tough call. Well, call nonetheless. They'll try to throw it in off of the defender, Cam. It's going to wind up going in between his legs, and getting the steal is Carlin. And now up the court, I'm not sure who that was to. You had both Swenson and Cosbab there at the same spot, and it wound up hitting off of one of them. And then they look right to Coach Fote and say, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. He's asking them, hey, what happened? Tell them, hey, here's what we do. Settle in. A little bit of confusion as to who is to inbound for the Johnnies. It's going to be DeMars. Wants to go to Lou. Bounce pass is to him. Lou driving forward. Lost it. Swenson may have gotten a hand on it. Swenson trying to get another hand on it. Instead, he'll go inside now to DeMars. Guarded by Carlin. Kick back outside here to Manka. Manka now to Tom Yang. Gives it to Derek. Derek Yang getting around one defender. Trying to get around Youngberg. Shot is up just a little too strong. And Thomas Cam with the rebound. He'll give it over to Swenson on the far side. Swenson. Quick drive. Kid back out. Cam on the far side. Letexier at the top of the key. Gets a screen. Back to Cam. Cam, nothing doing on that to Letexier. Can you guess what that was? Yeah, that was a three. Another one. 51-23. And this is going to be stolen away by Letexier. And he draws the foul, and he'll go to line and shoot two. 51-23. And the Eagles starting to pile it on. That foul is on Chris Lou, his second. So again, Letexier at the line to shoot two. And the first one gets that friendly roll. And it's up and good on the first. And looks like before his second, we're going to get a timeout called. Timeout called here by St. John's Prep. It will be a full. That'll be their fourth, so we'll take a timeout as well here on WCMP.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an Auto Owners Insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Coming to the Target Center March 22nd. Kid Rock. And you're going to the show, Kid Rock. Listen to the Joshua Miron in the Morning Show for your tickets. Kid Rock. Radio edit. Free concert tickets for listening. Kid Rock at the Target Center, March 22nd. You're going to the show. Brought to you by Marge's Pub and Grub in Brook Park, ABC Lumber and Siren, and Cool Country, WCMP.
Back here on Anthem Country, WCMP. Eagles lead 52-23 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Out of the timeout will be Letexier finishing off two of his second of two free throws. And that one again gets another friendly roll. And it drops in. Make it 53-23. We got a couple of substitutions here for both sides. Manka trying to get it up the court around Youngberg. Finds a lane. Oh, he's fouled hard from behind. I don't think Youngberg meant to, but I think Youngberg tripped as he was going for that one and wound up running into the back of him a little too hard. That'll be the team's fifth, and it should be, they're going to get this one on Cosbab. Interesting. So now to shoot two for the Johnnies is Manka. First one's up, no good. That one will swirl around and be no good. So he'll try again for another one.
It's Carolina, Tails, California. Embrace Orthodontics offers
this
a unique.
One is no good. Rebounded there by Cosbab on the far side. And we got a foul here on Cam. Trying to get a rebound, but they're going to get a foul on him. Interesting. Oh, here we go. Inbound here for St. John's Prep, 53-23. It is Derek Yang with it, trying to get around Cam. Now gives near side here to Manka. Manka steps around the defender. Shot is up and good for 2. And their scoring drought make it 53-25. But the Eagles back up the court with Swenson. Swenson gives on the far side to Cosbab. Cosbab, picks up his dribble, probably in the wrong spot there. Gives inside to Carlin on the near side for Swenson. Graydon Swenson for 3. 56-25. Derek Yang again with it. Almost lost it to Swenson, or excuse me, to Youngberg, but gives to Lou. Lou gonna look for I thought he wanted to look for the shot, but that one was knocked in the air, nearly stolen away by Cosbab on the near side, but Lou, as he was traveling out of bounds, threw it off of Cosbab, so it stays with the Johnnies. Braden Olson will check back into the game for Youngberg. And it's DeMars who will inbound. Bounce pass to Derek Yang, quickly doubled in the corner. In some trouble now, trying to get it off through there. Somehow finds Tom Yang. And it's going to be, it is going to be good for 2 plus the and 1. 7th team foul on the Eagles, the first there on Ben Carlin. And Tom Wang looking for the 3-point play. 56-27. This one's up and good. So Tom Wang with the 3-point play there to make it 56-28. Eagles quickly get back into the offensive zone. Cam gives it to Swenson, who then nearly had it stolen away by Manka, but Manka knocked it out of bounds. Braden Olson will now get set to inbound after that ball goes out of bounds. Give to Cosbab on the far side, now to Olson. Swenson's open for 3. He's going to take it. It's going to come up well short. And, well, that's why you hustle, ladies and gentlemen. Thomas Cam winds up with that rebound as he is like halfway out of bounds. And then Cam will get the pass inside from Olson, and Cam is fouled. So Cam will get to go to line and shoot 2. It'll be the 4th foul there on Tom Wang, the team's 4th as well. Thomas Cam, first one is up and good. And now we'll get a 30-second timeout here. Second timeout by East Central. They'll use one of theirs. You can't take them with this, so why not? They'll be left with 4. Well, we'll keep it here. 57-28 is our score. The Eagles with the lead. And back out of the timeout. Team's onto the floor. Cam will shoot the second of his 2 free throws. Olson and Carlin will switch places at the rebound opportunity. Cam will hit them both. Thomas Cam, 4 for 4 from the free throw line here tonight, makes it 58-28. In some trouble, the Johnnies somehow get out of that corner to Manka, and back the other way. Who was left alone was May. His shot is no good, was then rebounded by DeMars, and then it was knocked out by Ben Carlin, stolen away by Swenson. And now a drive to the basket. Shot is up and good for 2, plus the and 1 from Graydon Swenson. Ooh, 5th team foul on the Johnnies, the first on Connor May. And now Graydon Swenson has a chance at a 3-point play. Hey, that rhymed. I didn't even try to get it to rhyme, but it does. He'll almost get the friendly roll off the front of the rim, but won't happen that time. So it's going to stay 60-28. Trying to draw that foul is Derek Yang. He's kind of slowing down to get the defender to run into him, but smart job by the Eagles defender not to. Richter will try and get some fancy dribbles there, but shot is up and no good. Thomas Cam again with another rebound. Braden Olson quickly up the court, stops, then gives now to Cosbab. Cosbab to Carlin. Carlin lets the defender go by, takes a 3. Going to be too strong on that one. Cosbab trying to get the rebound. And, Carlin should have had it, but it's going to be Manka instead. Manka up to Richter, and Richter will swirl that one around the rim, and it falls in for 2 to make it 60-30. Braden Olson directing traffic under 8.5 to go to Graydon Swenson on the far side. He stops, gives to Olson at the top of the key, now to Carlin. Carlin tried to give it back across the way it was tipped, and stolen away now by Richter. And just a rare, ill-advised pass that Carlin had. It'll be the 8th team. Was that a foul on St. John's Prep? They said it was, but I don't think Lou was out there. It's going to be on Graydon Swenson, I believe. It should be the team's 8th, and it should be a 1-and-1 for St. John's Prep. Yeah, it is. A little bit of confusion there, but they got it all figured out. 1-and-1 for Richter now. And that one's going to be good. So 60-31. That one's good as well. 2 for 2 for Richter, 60-32. Olson guarded, double team, guarded well. To Letexier up the court, trying to get it to Cosbab, and Cosbab just didn't seem to have the, I don't know if it wasn't just the energy or he just, I don't know. I don't want to say he didn't have the want to get that one because he certainly wants it, but that was strange. Now he's trying to make up for it with the steal, but he's going to miss that time, and that hit the outside of the net. That did not go through. They're going to say it did, but it hit the outside of the net for 3 for DeMars. Yeah, that didn't go through. At least it didn't look like it. If it did, that was the most pure basket I've ever seen. Meanwhile, a miss for the Eagles on this near side is rebounded by Cosbab. And now the drive inside, missed again. Rebounded this time by Oderer. And a 3 from Cosbab is good. Make it 63-35. This shot from St. John's Prep, no good. And another rebound here for Cosbab. Texier up the court quickly to Carlin, back to Letexier, back to Carlin in that far side corner. Top of the key to Cosbab on the near side. Braden Olson for 3. That's off the mark. Rebounded there by Lou. Chris Lou quickly up to DeMars, and he drops it in for 2. East Central got behind the play there and could not catch up in time to stop him on the fast break. Cosbab will drive inside. Reverse layup, no good. Swatted into the hands of Richter for the rebound. Richter, all of a sudden some newfound life here for the Johnnies. Give to Lou. Lou on the far side now to May. That's going to come up well short, and rebounded there by Cosbab again. Last few minutes he's been a rebound machine. Olson to Letexier. Letexier on the far side to Cosbab. He waits, being patient with that one to Carlin. Back to Cosbab in the far side corner. That's going to be no good. And a rebound there again for Chris Lou. St. John's Prep again all alone. It's DeMars with a 2. Thought he was fouled. They didn't give it to him. He was pretty peeved. And now a timeout, I think, by St. John's Prep. Yeah, full timeout. So while they take one, we'll take one as well. You're listening to boys basketball, playoff basketball here on WCMP.
Baseball and softball coaches, are you looking for dry, warm practice time?
Here's the Pitch in North Branch can help. Here's the Pitch offers amazing indoor options for your team.
Offering state-of-the-art pitching machines and batting cages.
And space for you to give instruction without worrying about the weather outside.
Take your athletes to the next level.
Coach up your team during every season or off-season. Affordable practice space for your ball teams.
Make your reservation today.
Call Here's the Pitch today or visit them on Facebook.
Here's the Pitch in North Branch.
Back here on Anthem Country, WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. We've seen all of a sudden a late surge here by St. John's Prep. It's 63-39. Now, a lot of you might be saying, well, that's still a 24-point lead. Well, they also have over 6 minutes left to go, and if they can go on a run like that throughout the rest of the game, well, it might just prove to be enough. It will be the Eagles who will inbound from their own baseline, or defensive baseline, however you want to call it. Into Olsen. Olsen quickly up the court to Cosbab in that far side corner. Now back to Letexier. Letexier to Carlin. Olsen now back all the way across the court to Cosbab. To Letexier again. St. John's Prep just kind of guarding the perimeter. Staying outside, moving back and court across the court. Letexier going to take the three. Can't get this one to fall. No. Wow. They're going to get a foul here on East Central on Oderer. They get him for a push, I guess. Yep, him. So it'll be his first, team's 9th, and it's a 1-and-1 again for St. John's Prep. At the line to shoot that 1-and-1 is Baron Manka. Manka's no good on that one. And it'll be rebounded there by Oderer. Olsen now over to Letexier. Head fake, trying to drive inside. Wanted to kick back out to Olsen. Instead, he'll give to Carlin, who lost it. Olsen lost it there to Bendin, or Dean, I apologize, not sure how to pronounce that last name. And then I guess they're going to tie it up, so the ball is going to go back to the Johnnies on the possession arrow. First jump ball tonight. It's Chris Liu up with the ball, looking to get around Carlin. Now gives inside to DeMars. DeMars has had a decent second half. Kicks outside now to Bendin, and that one is no good. Rebounded by Carlin. On that far side, Cosbab getting around the defenders. Lost that ball inside. It will go back to St. John's Prep. Little bit of sloppy handling by East Central here lately. We'll have to see if East Central can't clean that up here late into this game. Chris Liu trying to give on that far side to Manka, and nearly stealing it was Xavier Letexier, but unable to hold on to it, and that one's going to roll its way out of bounds. So it stays with the Johnnies. Liu trying to direct traffic to get this one inbounded. Does quickly. Right beside him is Manka. Then his shot is no good, and it's going to be Letexier with a rebound. He's got Ben Carlin up the court, and he'll just lay it in for two. Smart play there by Carlin. He could have easily slammed it home, but he doesn't. Just goes with the easy, safe layup. Tom Yang for three. That's going to be no good. A rare miss for him. And Ben Carlin just didn't pull that one in quickly enough. And Yang, that's Derek Yang, going to come down with the rebound. Carlin a little too confident with that one. Then this shot is no good. On the far side, rebounded by Yang, Derek Yang, and then the shot from him is no good, rebounded by Letexier. Letexier trying to leave the defender in his dust. Now gives to Olsen at the top, right at the East Central logo. Over on the far side now to Cosbab. Cosbab trying to get it back to Carlin. Spin move inside. Shot is up. No good on the floater. Oderer with the rebound. His shot is no good, rebounded by Lou. Shot up and over, and it is good for Chris Lou. Make it 65-41. Under 4 minutes to go, Texier brings it forward, nearly fouled, and that probably could have been a foul, but now there's a foul. Braden Olson going to get fouled hard by Chris Lou. 3:33 to go. That'll be Lou's third. Ramsey Kiernan and Cody Robinson back into the game for Cosbab and Oder. Inbound to Carlin. On the near side for Kiernan. Kiernan looking at the basket. He's got long arms as well. And to give to Letexier, that's going to be no good. A long rebound. Going to be taken in by Manka. Derek Yang. He wanted to go to Chris Lou. Chris Lou told him to go kind of towards the basket, but now he will have to give to Lou because there was just nothing doing on that one. Lou will give outside to Manka for 3. That's going to come up short. Rebounded by Carlin. Carlin quick up the court to Kiernan. Kiernan is fouled, but he puts it down for 2. What a play by Ramsey Kiernan to get that one in. I don't know. He was behind the backboard when he put that one in for 2. Plus the and 1, and this is going to be the 5th on Tom Wang. So his night is unfortunately over. So Kiernan looking for the three-point play. A little too strong there on that free throw. This ball is going to be knocked out of bounds by, they're going to say by the Eagles. So Kiernan is only going to get 2 out of that trip. Misses the free throw, but it's still 67-41. Dipping under 2 minutes to go. Chris Lou looking to go inside. Fakes the pass. Now give to Manka. No way. They're going to get Kiernan for a foul. That was a kind of a soft foul, we'll say. You definitely let him play. But it will now send Manka to the line for 2. First one up is good. That's his first make from the free throw line. They get 67-42. And this one's no good. Rebound to no one. I think they're going to get Robinson on the foul. It was a rough foul, too. Got sadly, a St. John's Prep player down. Just getting up slowly. He's okay. Thank goodness. Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him. I'm not sure, but they are going to get Cody Robinson on a foul. And, Johnny's are going to go right back to line to shoot 2. I think Coach Focht saying right now, hey, we can't have that. I know we're well out of position for that rebound, and that's why just unfortunately got to let them get the rebound and get back defensively and try and not allow them to score. But because now we're giving them 2 free opportunities at points, and you just don't want to do that. Of course, I don't want to say the game is in hand because there's still a chance for a comeback with 2:50 to go, only down, 25. You'd be surprised what could happen, but that one is made by Michael DeMars. So he makes the first to make it 43. And this one's good as well. So DeMars makes it both, and it's 67-44. Olson up the court, stops, gives to Letexier. Letexier fouled. Not sure if he meant to, but it is going to be a foul there on Derek Yang. And it will send him to the free throw line. Derek Yang his 3rd, team's 8th, and Letexier to shoot a 1-and-1. Letexier gets the friendly roll off the front of the rim. 68-44. And another friendly roll off the front of the rim. Make it 69-44. Checking in is Richter for the Johnnies. Lou moving swiftly up the court. Now give to Manka. Richter at 3, going to come up short. Rebound by Cody Robinson. Instead, they're going to get a jump ball call. Possession arrow favors the Eagles. A little bit of chippiness there between May and Robinson. I don't think there was anything malicious, but inbound here from Olsen to Letexier. He looks, he's one-on-one, so he's just going to take it up himself. Gets by the one defender, gets by another, trying to drive baseline. Instead, backs it out. He'll go to Kiernan. Kiernan trying to start and stop. He'll give over to Olsen. Olsen now looking for a screen, gives over to Kiernan on the near side. Kiernan finds a lane inside. Quick kick to Cody Robinson, who is wide open underneath the basket. What a beautiful assist by Kiernan. Kiernan probably could have tried to fight inside for that hard layup. Instead, he knew Cody Robinson was open. He just let him go and get the two himself on that nice assist. And now, wow, what a play there by Michael DeMars on that, too. He made Carlin miss initially, and then he made him miss again on that layup. Meanwhile, up the court, Braden Olsen with it. Trying to drive inside. He's pushed from behind. He'll go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1, as that is the Johnny's 9th team foul. And this one will go, I thought, on Richter, but it's going to instead be Manka. To be fair, they both look very similar. Will Vicks will check into the game. Also for the Eagles, 10. And I thought there was one more. Nope, just 10, and that is Wyatt Fraser. One and one for Braden Olsen. First one's good. And that one's not going to be good. So 1 of 2 there for Braden Olsen. Rebounded by Vicks. Vicks gives now to Din. Now outside to Richter. Richter, the long step back. Oh, is good. What a shot. 49-72. Braden Olsen taking up the court. He'll slow it down. Turn back around, give to Letexier. Eagles will just waste some time here, try to dribble out some of this clock before taking the shot. And with it is Fraser to Letexier. 18 seconds on that shot clock. By the time they take this, it will be under a minute. Nope, instead it will be Letexier to the basket. You really gotta take that one with that lane wide open like that. But he missed. Rebounded by Vicks again. Here come the Johnnies up the court. Trying to give inside, but Ben Carlin is there. He'll get the steal. Quickly up the court to Letexier, who lays it in for 2. And Letexier going to get a substitution. I think Fancier thought he was calling a travel. It's just a substitution that they're doing, ladies and gentlemen. They didn't call a foul. They didn't call the shot off. It's just a substitution. Isaac Ludwig into the game now for the Eagles, as is Swenson, along with Oderer, as well as Fraser. And who was that young man? Number 22. That is Liam Riley. Another 3 here by Richter is going to be no good. Rebounded there by Ludwig. And this should be it. Under 25 seconds to go. Shot clock is off, and it's Swenson with it. And yeah, this will be it. Swenson will give over here on the near side to Oderer. And Eagles pass back and forth. Standing ovation from the crowd. 3, 2, and 1. And that's it. The Eagles get the win here tonight over the St. John's Prep Johnnies, 74-49. So that's going to do it. The Eagles will advance and play on Saturday at Hinckley Finlayson against either Bram or Mille Lacs, and we'll let you know who's going to win that game over on 100.9 FM. You can tune on over there. But stay tuned here after a word from our fine sponsors. We're first going to get our fine sponsors. Then we'll be back to recap this one and let you know what's coming up here for us the next few days. So stay tuned for the post game and then tune on over to 100.9 FM. But first, a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
The truth is, you don't have to be an athlete to need physical therapy. Car accidents, work accidents, and simply aging can take its toll on our bodies. Physical therapy consultants in North Branch, Isani, Andover, Ham Lake, St. Francis, and Zimmerman can help you heal. Services like massage therapy, orthopedic care, and more. Physical therapy consultants can help. Call Physical Therapy Consultants at 1-888-THERAPY. All insurance plans accepted, including workers' comp and auto.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Coming to the Target Center March 22nd. March 22nd. Kid Rock. And you're going to the show. Kid Rock. Listen to the Joshua Miron in the Morning Show for your tickets. Kid Rock. Free concert tickets for listening. Kid Rock at the Target Center, March 22nd. You're going to the show. Brought to you by Marge's Pub and Grub in Brook Park, ABC Lumber in Siren, and Cool Country, WCMP.
It's a celebration at Chris's Food Center in Sandstone. Chris's is celebrating their 51st anniversary, March 10th through the 16th. Come in for demos, tastings, and the Sandstone Lions will be collecting donations for the local food shelves. Plus, register for prizes. Win a brand new grill, Chris's gift certificates, Minnesota Twins tickets, and more. The anniversary celebration, March 10th through the 16th at Chris's Food Center in Sandstone, celebrating 51 years of eating better, buying more, and spending less.
Back here on WCMP Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350. The final here in this one, the Eagles beat the St. John's Prep Johnnies 74-49. Taking a look at some of the stats here from the game, leading the way for the Johnnies was Breck Richter with 15 points, 13 then for Michael DeMars, and then 9 for Tom Wang. They had 5 steals, 1 block. They were 6 of 10 from the free throw line. Not too bad. And had 16 total team fouls. On the other side, for your East Central Eagles, leading the way for them, well, was Xavier Letexier with 28 points. 13 for Ben Carlin, 9 for Braden Olson, 8 for Graydon Swenson, and then 5 for Levi Cosbab, 4 for Thomas Cam, 3 for Cam Otterer, and then, or Otterer, I apologize if I don't know how to pronounce that correctly, then Ramsey Kiernan and Cody Robinson each had 2. 13 rebounds for Ben Carlin to lead the team with a double-double as well. 8 for both Letexier and Cosbab, and then 5 for Thomas Cam. They had 13 steals. They ramped it up with 8 here in the second half. They had 4 total blocks, 3 of them coming from Ben Carlin. They were 7 of 10 from the free throw line here in the second half, 10 of 15 overall, and had 16 total team fouls. They had 11 here in half number 2. So Again, overall, they really turned it up a notch there at the end of the first half. Started out well in the second half, went into a little bit of a lull, and the Johnnies capitalized on that, and it was like, oh boy, has momentum switched hands? Are the Johnnies bound for a comeback? But the Eagles denied that opportunity and quickly shut the door on that and got back in defense turned into offense, and back and forth. Offense turned into defense for the Eagles, as well as they got back really quickly on their transition defense to get the ball back for the offense. So it was a really good game here for the Eagles. Again, a slow start. You don't want to have that going forward, but you overcame the slow start. And again, I was really impressed on how the Eagles kept their cool, on how they stayed cool, calm, and collected, how they kept their confidence and just kept playing. A lot of teams, when you get into this point, especially in the first round of the playoff game, especially against a team you feel like you should be blowing out, especially against a team who you feel like you should be leading against early, a lot of teams can get down on themselves, can have that negative self-talk when they're playing in a game like this and they're losing early on, and it can become a quick problem. But they did a really good job of just staying confident, staying focused on the game plan, not going away from it, not changing up anything. But again, just the execution in it was that much better as the first half wore on, and then into the second half. Again, they hit a little bit of a lull there in the middle of that second half, but they came back and continued to score some points and hold on to their lead here in the second half, and they win this game 74-49. They were leading by as much as 30 at one point, but they still get the victory 74-49 over the St. John's Prep Johnnies, and are advancing to Saturday's game, where they'll play against either Bram or Mille Lacs. I'll try and get an update for you here before we go on that game to kind of give you an idea as to who they'll play there on Saturday. But for now, again, the Eagles get the victory and will play on Saturday. We know that much. Also coming up for us here tomorrow night, here's an update for you. It looks like right now it is the Bombers leading the Raiders in the first half 38-21. So far so good. But coming up for us tomorrow night, don't forget we'll have championship basketball. The Bram Bombers will be playing against Waxahachie, a rematch of last year's section championship. And then it will be Malacca playing against Sauk Center in their section championship. So stay tuned for that. But in our game, Eagles beat the St. John's Prep Johnnies 74-49. I want to thank all of you who tuned in here tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Again, you give me a job to do, so I thank you so much if you tuned into this one. Again, if you're watching this / listening to this on our YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button, that red subscribe button. That way, if you do, you will be notified every single time we go live with a local sporting event. Of course, I want to thank all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do. We appreciate them. And tell you some ways that you can stay tuned over on 95.5 FM with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30, or on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. You can catch your local sports updates. We'll talk this game, all the other games going on in our local listening area, plus some regional and national sports as well on our morning shows. Another way you can stay tuned is our websites at WCMPradio.com and KBEK.com. We'll have coaches' interviews, articles from games that we've been at. We'll have links to games that we will be at under the sports tab on the broadcast schedule. Click that. We'll have the links for the games that we'll be at. And that is subject to change. But so you can see all the teams that we're playing there under the sports tab on the broadcast schedule. Another way to stay tuned is our social media, both our Facebook pages for both stations, both our Instagrams, and our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports. Again, breaking sports news, LOI signings by players, broken records, coaches retiring, coaches being hired, interviews, article, all that and more on our social media. So be sure to like, follow, subscribe, do whatever you got to do to stay tuned to our local sports, whether it be social media, YouTube, morning shows. Be sure to tune in and, again, like, subscribe, follow, do whatever you got to do to stay up to date with all things local sports. Again, the final here in this one, the Eagles beat the St. John's Prep Johnnies 74-49. They will play either Bram or Mille Lacs in the next round at Hinckley Finlayson on Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Don't forget, tune in back to us tomorrow. But for now, that is it. Again, I thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, over on 100.9 FM, it is Bram and Mille Lacs, so tune into that one. Adam Hefty's got the call. Or you can tune in to 95.5 FM KBEK. It's Mac Nelson with the call on the Mora Mustangs basketball game as they host Royalton. Tune in over to those. But for now, I thank you for tuning in. Remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness can truly make their day. Remember, it costs nothing to be kind, and we need more kindness in today's world. And not only that, you'd be so surprised at how small of an act of kindness can go a long ways and make a difference. And not only that person's attitude for that day, but for that week and that month, you'd be surprised how long that sticks with someone. So let's just remember all to be a little bit more kind here today. Thanks so much for tuning in. 74-49 Eagles with the win on Anthem Country. And for Anthem Country, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night. Great rest of your night.